for those who have been following me the scene since season 1. So
would you call it a legacy though? They've just kind of been there.
Yeah.
People show up, they see it, they lose, they go, and then they're just still
Your
there.
team
Yeah,
is
but it's still
banning.
something that kind of has left a footprint, right, across the scene.
I hate to say it, but I don't think they really have. I just think that they're just popular players, and I don't think they are
Your
together.
team
That
is
previous
picking.
roster was
Yes.
not good together. Nobody took it seriously, and I think that's what Too Easy for Jeps brings in. It's like, hey, you guys have to man up. It's time we actually took this seriously, and we can win this.
We could
Your
be
team
something.
is
We could be
picking.
something, and I think that's really, really huge for both of these teams. Looking at the drafts, Valer, Ling, Rock, Selena, kind of interesting because what are they trying to open up for the side of Team Bosskur? They start with the Cecilia. Again, they're on blue side, so yes, this is the way you should be looking for in the draft if you want to get a priority pick. Geekfam, on the other hand, they don't have access to Brock, so do they pick up the Kufra because Valer isn't there, and do they also hold on to the Jawhead?
Yeah, I was thinking the same as well. Either Kufra Tamus or this time with Farsa let through, you can take Farsa. There we go. And maybe just lock in that either Jawhead or Tamus. But you can go for the Kufra and Diggy.
Your
So a
team
more
is
robust
picking.
start to Geekfam's draft.
Okay, it looks like Geekfam understand very much that Team Bosskur probably isn't going to pick up the Farsa because that is going to, it's going to coincide, it's going to mess up a little bit with how much magic damage Team Bosskur is going to have. They're not going to have enough AD if they end up putting Farsa into their side. Therefore, Geekfam can just be like, I just built 3 Athena shields, I'm good.
Yeah, because if they take Farsa, then they can't really take that.
Jawhead.
They can't take Carmilla, but
Your
it would
team is
it would be
picking.
really weird to have these 3 heroes on the same team. So it's kind of a give and take.
Yeah. Because in the end, Geekfam will scale at the end of the day. So even though Team Bosskur is going to push out some really massive numbers, they might be able to make it. Honestly, if they pick Farsa and they play for the first 7 minutes of the game, just all in every single time, hit 4, immediately look for a dive, just being hyper aggressive with the composition that they have, I think they might be able to pull this off.
Yeah, I think if you're a Geekfam right now, you can easily go for that Farsa if you want to, simply because you open up with a robust lineup. And at the same time, you have the
team
potential to
is
defend
banning.
against what Team Bosskur is trying to bring to the table with those 3 opening picks. So you're not really worried about the game being dragged out.
Fair.
But if you put that cushion into the composition, the story is slightly different. You need to secure a good early lead, then only you can afford to drag the game out.
Yeah, he needs to be able to, he needs confidence. I mean, Dominus, we know, this guy is a man of his word. If you're going to die, he will kill you.
Oh yeah.
And I think right now Dominus needs to get to a point where he can one-shot the Sicilian even with Carmilla
Your team
inside of
is banning.
inside of him? Yeah, inside of the Sicilian, just so that, your DPS just drops off instantaneously if I can take you out of the fight before it even begins.
Yep, and now Tam was banned out by Team Bosskur. Pretty instinctive ban. I think that would be the hero that kind of rounds out what Geekfam is already trying to do. On the Geekfam side, they
Export.
Come on.
Actually, no. They probably shouldn't get rid of export. They want to hold it up for themselves. Probably a marksman.
Yeah,
Carry, perfect.
either
Your
carry or
team
Bruno,
is
carry or
picking.
Granger.
Yeah.
Then in Geekfam right now, Farsight is completely out of the equation. They can go for the Claude or the Bruno, I think. But Claude kind of fits
Your
Geekfam's
team
repertoire a
is
bit
picking.
more.
I think they just need the mobility from the Claude because there's going to be a lot of things chasing him down. And if you play something as not as mobile and you play like, Bruno, even though he's got some great damage numbers, if he gets caught, he only has the slide tackle, and at max range of his auto attacks, he could still be hit by Sicilian. So no matter what, he needs somebody who can just kind of run around left and right and blink in and out of the fights. And I think Claude is a pretty good pick at just doing that.
Team Bosskur
Ranger,
between
Lolita
and Hylos, but Lolita will
Your
be
team
the
is picking.
tank. It's pretty good. If you place that Guardians forward in the correct angle, you basically just nullify what Claude brings to the table. But at the same
Uranus.
time, you also have the Granger, but Geekfam bringing out that Uranus. We've talked about that, I think, off broadcast with both Ikuto and Adam as well,
Don't like
about
it.
how this pick was, I think, dominant in Indonesia.
It's come out multiple
times,
in Indonesia especially. I don't particularly agree with it. I think he doesn't bring anything to the table but being a big dude. But what can I say? But let's see what these teams have to say.
To Bosskur without solos, all I see is a bunch of no-name numbering team.
Untuk tinggi PM, saya sayang anak-anak saya yang dulu.
Yo.
No. Hold up. on, Becky, you cannot. You can't do that. No.
I love my kids. Y'all are trash.
Come on.
Y'all are bottom top, and you're a top 8 team at best.
See how good Jeffs is at parenting.
Welcome to
His
Mobile
ex-kids
Legends.
basically trash talk him, and he still says, "I love you
seconds till the
guys."
enemy
This is
reaches the
parenting at its
battlefield.
finest.
Smash
Okay?
Its
them.
finest. Let's go straight into the game.
All
Wow, that was
troops
some
deployed.
interesting trash talk.
I felt that. Okay?
Just the legitimate hate. Oh boy.
Man, Becky needs to
Chill down.
Chill down.
Looks like Zorn isn't going to get something too mechanical. He will go with something like the Diggy. Rumpel going to be dedicated on the Kufra. He did a very good performance last season on Kufra especially, but let's see how much he has grown as a player.
Oh man, it's going to be a more standard beginning. I think compared to the last two series, the first 30 seconds was kind of more aggressive because people are just trying to fight each other into each other. But I think with what Bosskur is trying to achieve under the leadership of Jeffs is just, guys, we play in a robust manner. It's better to be solid than to spread out and be flimsy all over.
I think that's a really good idea. Zorn, the classic Zorn, making sure he emotes. He's like, hey, what's up, boy? I'm going to be doing this all game. Get used to it. As he walks back. Oh, wait. He knows it. He knows it.
This is how it's going to play out for the majority of the game. But of course, Diggy has pretty pathetic health pool. So now with Rush coming in, they're going to find it first. Blood punish Zorn for that mistake. And Rush will get that kill.
Oh, that was the right hour here as Rush comes in, flickers right over the wall and gets the ejector onto place, but it buys him plenty of time for the tower to just take him out for free. Arts, again, doing his job, sustaining the lane. He knows he can't win the lane at all, but you're Uranus, so you're literally a punching bag.
Oh, Sino not able to get out of that, and that kill goes over to the Diggy.
I'm surprised that mid lane isn't punished as hard as I thought it would be. It looks like Team Bosskur are prioritizing making sure that they clear the jungle rather than going for these early fights. Because the objective, again, hit level 4, look to fight back. Because they are a team fight composition.
And I believe Rumpel will hit level 4 first because he had that middle lane, I believe, one wave to all to himself. Because Phoenix was kind of taking the gold crab, and then the jungle camp.
Oh no, but he has support items. There's no way he's going to get more close. No.
Oh yeah.
Looks like they're going to go for a dive on the top side.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of expected, you know.
It's more of like, yay, ooh, that really, that hurts.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, well,
You
Uranus.
kind of asked for it. Yeah, you're playing Uranus.
I mean, the obvious question
is,
is, yeah, why?
but again, he is Uranus. This is pretty much all he does.
Yeah, he just.
I can't even blame Arts for it. It's just your
It's
hero.
just the nature of the hero, right?
Yeah, it's like, what can you really do? Oh, Rumpel with a great engage coming with a Tyrant.
Blazing duet.
Rush. He does actually go in, pushing up Rumpel, making sure he can't do the follow-up. But they are going to keep going through. Lexio with some big damage. Zorn, he's getting a bit greedy. 2 auto alarm bombs. They don't go on the same target, however.
Rush managing to get away, but at the same time almost punishes Fix. But luckily for this Cloud, he does have that Purify to get out of that sticky situation. But great commitment from Geekfam, from Rumpel as well to start things off. Managing to split Lolita away so that she couldn't block that Blazing Duet. But unfortunately, Jeffs had that Numinum Blast, so didn't really matter in the end.
Great disengage overall. Oh, too easy for Jeffs. Needs the recall as of right now, but so far it looks pretty in favor of Geekfam because they have a slight lead with 1 turret. Nobody can really touch the turtle right now because Geekfam know that Sicilian, if they're on objective, Sicilian just doesn't care.
Yeah, it's an extra burden for Geekfam as well. They have to carry the weight of Becky's trash talk. Go Team Bosskur. I mean, number 8 player, that is a big statement. Oof. I feel bad for placing people number 2, but he just went down the list. And, you are the bottom 8. You are in the lower bracket. My goodness.
Yeah.
But so far, it's kind of even. The goal differential doesn't matter too much. But both teams, like I said, Geekfam, like you mentioned, Bosskur getting that dedicated leader, and Geekfam getting those dedicated players to commit to each role. So they're playing a pretty standard game.
Yeah.
Less blood being spilled early on, but definitely it's going to be explosive when we get past the 7-minute mark.
I think what's holding them down as of right now, in terms of... I feel like I'm just going to completely talk trash about Uranus all day here. Oh, wait, hold on. Geekfam's already starting to fight Zorn. Gets one shot.
Doesn't even use the time journey. He was trying to be patient with it, but Dominus gets that counter kill on Lexia. However, there we go, Rush with the eject. Sino also in the back line. They're completely dominating this fight. Geekfam losing 3 members, and they'll lose the turtle as well.
Yeah, kind of a mistake on Zorn's part for not popping that all a little bit sooner, just so he gets a move, just so that he doesn't get the slow and he can actually walk away from it with no issues whatsoever. But you know, at the very least, they trade Lexia. Okay, they took Lexia. Okay, that's the most important thing. Cillian did, yes.
Yeah, but still, I think even if he would have still died after using time unit, at least they would die a bit more time. But right now, Arts not too worried about being killed off. I guess that's the only perks you have about Uranus. You just don't want to kill him.
And he does damage. And he does damage.
And he does damage.
He does have the emblem attack and defense, so he just builds full tank. He still is gonna hurt. Ooh, Jeps pull backwards. Great play coming out of Zorn, teaching his fellow mentor how it's done.
Yeah, you gotta show some love to your papa.
To your daddy.
To your dad. Reverse turn back time, but Rush being scouted out as well. Zorn is just having no chill. Rumble jumps in, misses, that's done, but Dominus is ready with the incandescent. Assassinates the jaw hit. But Arts now getting called out with that rejuvenate. Just gonna buy time.
This is the worst thing to watch. Just Uranus running around like, haha, I'm not gonna get me, not gonna get me.
It's just making a fool out of you. It just looks stupid. Like these players are top tier, but Uranus just makes everyone look stupid.
It's just like, haha, I am top tier. What you gonna do? Hit me?
I am top tier.
You dare challenge me? I just can't wait for him to just go. They just give him voice lines of Buddha.
Okay. That is Badang, okay, that is... Uranus does not deserve that voice line.
Hey, dude, I mean, if we're gonna go JoJo here, you definitely need a deal. And, like, you have to admit, Uranus is a pretty accurate description.
Killing
fair
spree.
enough. But Dominus is dominating this one so far, only on killing spree. The bouncing ball is there on Zaraki. But Team Bosskur looking for a respawn, and there we go. Time journey. Oh, Zorn. What a savior for Geekfam.
I legitimately thought Too Easy for Jumps was going to release that extra early just to catch him off because he noticed that he didn't do it. But he did force it out, which gives him a very big advantage coming into taking away Turtle. Completely uncontested for the side of Geekfam here.
And with that being said, now no time journey. Pretty long cooldown for an ultimate on the support. But Rumble with the bouncing ball being called out. Team Bosskur will punish him. The kill going over to Malaysia.
Huh. That was kind of interesting. I'm surprised Rumble wanted to go for it. I think he thought it was a 3v3 until Granger came out of the brush. He was like, I might be dead here.
Beaks just pushing the wave in. Bringing pressure around the man. This is what you want to see, but Dominus just going ham. Zaraki, lucky to have that River Sentinel to keep him alive, but Rush, maybe not so lucky. Trying to go for the dash away, not making it out. Uranus claims his first kill.
I'm telling you, Dominus does not miss that sword spike. He has secured so many of his kills despite the flickers being used to kind of push him away, the flame shots as well, just to ensure it. Now Dominus has a significant lead. He has Mystery Shop and buys a 7-minute Holy Crystal.
Yeah, this is just getting scary. But luckily for Team Bosskur, there is, again, we are not looking at a goal deficit. The goal deficit that actually doesn't really matter too much. They are still kind of toe-to-toe. But the attention has to kind of shift from Arts to Zorn to Dominus because he is picking off all his calls and now they engage immediately onto the back line. Alicia not able to respond in any manner. Zaraki with the Death Sonar trying to do damage onto Rumble, but it is a Kufa, too easy for Jazz now to guard it forward, trying to buy time for the rest of the team. Sino not in a condition to fight. They have to give up that tower and Geekfam lose nothing in that exchange.
I mean, look at that. Dominus again just proving why he is just the way he is. He's so good. He takes out Lexia so fast.
Where do you find a hero that recovers HP by taking damage? This is a really interesting game, but you know Uranus is just a buzzkill.
Yeah, Uranus really is a bit of a buzzkill, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, actually now that I think about it, Lexia might have been able to survive if he had... Oh wait, no, that's only physical.
Yeah.
Wait, is it all that... Wait, I can't remember it exactly. But I'm pretty sure Vengeance blocks all damage or just physical.
last I remember, it was physical damage.
It's physical damage, right? I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's
I'm not
physical
thinking
damage.
of something else,
Or
right?
if it blocks all sorts of damage, then everyone would be taking benefits.
That's also. A
That's
really good
basically
point.
like a free win of nature or something.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, all teams are coming back in. They want to continue pushing forward. They want to take this fight. Are they going to do it? Are they going to face check? Yes, they do it. Rumble gets a 2-man ultimate. They're going to keep pushing forward. Zorn has to bail themselves out, throwing the auto alarm bars. And nobody can deal with the boss himself, Dominus, telling them, nah, you're calling me Bosskur.
Oh man, that could have gone way better for Team Bosskur. So Jeff's face check finds out where Geekfam are. They start the fight. They had a great engage, but I was waiting for the Numinal Blast to come out, but it didn't until the very last second, where Feek just blazing towards his way towards the back line, and members of Bosskur started falling one by one. So I don't know if it's a miscommunication or Jeff was just being a bit too patient with that ultimate, but it definitely should have came out slightly earlier.
I think he was waiting for Zorn to use his ultimate instead, because it's easily countered. If Jeff presses his ultimate, Zorn holds onto his ultimate. Both are playing this checkmate situation with whoever makes the first move will always lose. Therefore, Zorn just be like, alright, I just have to hold it up. We're about to win. We're very close to winning a fight. Press my ultimate, and now too easy for Jeps. Doesn't have a window anymore to use the Numenor Blast.
Yeah, and it was also a good pickoff by both Jeps and Lixia as well. They just basically destroyed, I believe, Arts. Yeah, Arts when they found it in that brush, but again, the time journey was one of the factors that Geekfam survived. That and Numenor Blast was kind of rendered ineffective when Jeff was the only one left, seeing of being caught up, but they do have backup. Rumpo being pulled back, but not enough to die.
I kind of want to see the item list coming in from both of these sides. Too easy for Jeps. Just purchase this Athena shield to hopefully protect himself from the damage coming in from the Dominus. But again, Lord is walking for. Oh, Diggy is in trouble. Zorn, can he make it out of there?
The time journey being forced out. That's he sidesteps the final bullet, so he survived that potential pickoff of Team Bosskur. Very well done from this Diggy, but Zorn is literally playing with fire in that exchange.
I think that's what he's known for at this point.
Yeah, Zorn not being able to utilize to any great effect. So Team Bosskur holding on to their base for now. But the goal lead is starting to show in favor of Geekfam. 4,000 goal advantage.
I'm pretty sure Team Bosskur can come back here. They scale decently well. Their only problem right now is that they don't really have an answer to Dominus. Because if Dominus gets on the right targets, lands a sword spike on Lexia, it's almost guaranteed Lexia is going to die in one combination. He's 7-1. There is no doubt about it. But you have to remember Team Bosskur, they actually scale very, very well because Dominus decided to go for Mystery Shop.
Oh yeah. So the damage output definitely did take a hit because he wanted to get that core items early on. And that is what Geekfam wanted to do, and Dominus known for as well, snowballing that lead. Oh, the Tyrant's Revenge didn't send Siren into the wall, but we'll see what happens. The Bosskur now with that Sonar onto Zorn. Zorn will survive that contest of the buff, goes over to Dominus instead.
Yep, it's all about map control. Geekfam want to make sure they control the map. Zaraki is scaling very nicely. He's doing a lot of damage to Rumple, who is supposed to be the main tank here.
Geekfam, they just going to play this slow, wait for that next Lord. First Lord, not really that strong. It's okay if it goes down. Just not their day, not their time yet to find an opening. But Team Boss, you can see that they're not able to kind of maneuver around the map too much. Even though you look at the bottom lane and say, hey, it's open, but you just can't move. So Sino now being pulled back, drops that. Rejuvenate doesn't matter. Time to come down. Rumble towards the back line. Geekfam collapsing on the Team Bosskur right now. So still trying to face my damage that they can. This is what we want from Team Bosskur too. Easy 4 taps, baby. And Team Bosskur turn this around with 2 kills. They make it 3. Triple kill for Zaraki. And Zorn might be the 4th. Has that immortality, but Zaraki is waiting. Point blank executes it. So Siren will pick out the consolation prize. And Team Bosskur will hold on to the game.
Yeah, Zorn isn't able to save them this time as the team continues to push forward. They've made it back into the game and even out the gold score in one team fight. So easily done for the side of Team Bosskur as they look to try and end this game. Rumple, he needs to just dive in and push those minions away.
Let's see if he can do it.
Bam.
One catapult goes in. Great ultimate onto 3. Takes out the jaw hit, but Zaraki will just simplify and try to... The win now comes back in, but 3 spawns are there for Geekfam, so they hold on for now. Zaraki, he just needs one more. All attack, no. Actually a few more. Geekfam from a drop of defeat. They hold on.
Amen to Rumble. He was able to save that situation really, really nice. Lexia was chunked to 1 HP. If he didn't get chunked that low, I think they might have tried to force the end there.
Yeah, because Zaraki was focusing on the crystal, but the fact that Rumble got a 3-man ult into that crystal changed the course of that fight, of that situation. He had that curse mask as well, so basically he's burning down the creep wave. So Geekfam right now, slightly back on their footing. They are not beaten down just yet, but Bosskur, it was a facelift in terms of momentum.
Yeah, Geekfam was at a very close call in the game. That would have been it if Team Bosskur played that just slightly better, just ever so slightly, and wasn't so unlucky with the Nexus, the Crystal deciding to hit on Lexia of all the targets that there was available.
I mean, they were kind of clumped up together, so maybe they
dude.
Yeah, they didn't take into account that Rumble could have such a big impact, because the call at that moment was probably just Jab saying, go for the crystal, go for the crystal. Rumble shows up. Now Geekfam have kind of stabilized the situation. They're not really out of the woods just yet though. Team Bosskur now have to defend against that second Lord.
Yeah, and now Geekfam, they've held on, they've made one mistake. Alright, we kind of messed up, but because Team Bosskur made such a risky play, they lost a lot of their priority onto Lord. Lord now pushing down to the bottom side. Uranus is going to run to the top side, and hopefully they actually get a split push going on here.
We'll see what Team Bosskur can do. Can Jeff get that opening once more? Because that previous side, his Lumina Blast across that wall caught Geekfam with their pants down. But this time they need to take care of the second launch first. Dino will just stand in front and tank that damage, whereas the rest of Geekfam pushes towards that top lane. They'll be able to get this first inhibitor tower for sure. Team Bosskur trying to look for an opening to punish Geekfam, but not able to find it for now.
They're holding their ground, still holding their ground. They don't have any waves to work with, so they're not going to commit too hard at anything. But looks like, another 5 minutes has been bought. Geekfam is farming efficiently. Team Bosskur, their tanks are now starting to pick up some cores.
Rumble jumps in, tries to find a target, but Sino now called out. He might be pulled back and destroyed. Dominus dropping super low, does survive. So he made it out with his life, a sliver of health. Luckily for Geekfam, so Team Bosskur still not able to retaliate with anything too drastic because they were not able to get Dominus.
Yeah, they couldn't really go for a dive. There was too many targets, and Dominus didn't have a clear shot on Lacia. Lacia? Am I saying it right? I kept calling him Lexia for the low side, and then I realized there was an extra I in there, so I was like, dang it. I've been saying his name wrong all day. I feel bad. I feel so bad now.
But so far, I think Geekfam still kind of has the lead. Because Bosskur have been playing reactively almost the entire game, I would say. But when it comes to teamfight, it's definitely like a 50-50. It could go any way.
Yeah, I think both teams, you definitely can see the star players in both of these sides. And I think Rush is doing a really good job at trying to be there for the team, being that damage dealer for the most part. And also as well as they say, his only issue is Dominus.
Oh yeah,
if he can figure out a way to not get hit by one of the two sword spikes that come out, he basically gets a free team fight.
Yeah, and with Jeff in the front line, I think Geekfam is finding it harder and harder to penetrate through Team Bosskur's battlefront, right? Rumble just not dove in with the Tyrant's Revenge, I believe, trying to create an opening. I'm not sure who he was looking for, but he could have attempted to push Jeff back into his team because Jeff was out of position with his bulwark up. But Dominus dove in. It was just lucky that he didn't die. He was
pretty chunked.
Pretty chunked, yeah.
Yeah, so Siren made sure that he didn't get away without knowing you're not allowed to do that.
You can't do this anymore.
Yeah, it really is a bit of a bummer, I'm not gonna lie. Bit of a bummer that he didn't get the initial kill. It really does play to how good Dominus is, and you have to give credit where credit is due, because Dominus, honestly, I have to say, nastiest Gushing I've seen throughout MPL. So many seasons we've seen so many Gushing players. He is just an absolute monster and performs well every single time.
It's one of those heroes that requires 110% of your mechanical skills, and you cannot mess up even once. I think with that much in mind, being able to maintain this performance on this particular hero is definitely what Dominus deserves credit more than anyone could have given him, I think.
Yeah, and so far the game is still pretty neck and neck, I would say. Despite the gold lead being in Geekfam's favor, however, most of that gold, the cores of the team have full builds
Yeah.
at this point. They're just getting 1 or 2 situational items, maybe switch out the boots. But for the tanks especially, they're finally like, oh, now we get to start scaling into the game.
Yeah, and you did point out that for Bosskur, they can afford to scale, whereas for Geekfam, I wouldn't say they cannot scale, but the drop-off is slightly earlier compared to Bosskur.
Agreed. And now you're starting to see it where Gushing isn't able to one-shot their tanks anymore. Oh, yeah. And now it's like, oh, this is starting to become a problem. Like, how do we deal with this? We have to end this game sooner or later.
The X Factor is definitely going to be Zorn for Geekfam. That time journey has bailed them out a couple of times, but this game could have been over, should have been over, if not for that one clutch Domino Blast from 2 for Jet.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think the third Lord is going to be what seals the deal for either one of these teams. So we're back to the stagnation of the state of the game.
Yeah. Looks like both sides can't really do much. There's literally nothing important on the map. Buffs have been taken, camps have been taken. There's River Crab, but it's like, what do you need the gold for at this point?
Just a blanket.
Just
The National Treasury? What is it? World Bank?
I mean,
I can't remember.
National, because I thought you were trying to make a Nicolas Cage reference and be like, I mean, if River Crab is Nicolas Cage, I consider it a national treasure.
No, National Treasure is Benedict Cumberbatch.
What? Benedict Cumberbatch did not act in National Treasure. What are you talking about? Oh, he is a national treasure?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what, yeah.
I'll give you that one. Because I was talking about the movie National Treasure.
Oh, no, definitely not. Beach though, caught out, almost dies as well.
Oh!
Rumble though, not in a good spot. And now you can see the eject from Rush onto Arts, but it's just a Uranus, so...
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you. Joke's on Bosskur for even trying.
Ah, boy. Well, I mean, I think it's good because right now
soon.
Rush is in a position where he is scaled off. Like he doesn't have a lot of damage. He can secure kills with the Unstoppable. However, he's pretty much there just to be a CC bot.
He's buying time. He actually flickered just to gain distance, and now trying to gain some movement speed, getting pulled back by reverse time fixes there. This is the second time Geekfam almost lost one of their core to Bosskur. I believe to Lexia.
Yep. Lexia just cannot disrespect the damage coming out of that Sicilian.
You can't do this all day. Their luck's gonna run up pretty soon. The 2 members now from Team Bosskur show up at the top lane to defend against that pushing wave. So Geekfam, they have a clear idea on what they should do right now. Get that third Lord. Team Bosskur, they're gonna concede that immediately. They will play defense like how they have done so across the entire game. Wanna try this?
Do they want to engage? I can't see it. It doesn't look like anybody has a flank.
They need to reset. They need to make sure the Lord gets reset, and Geekfam is trying hard to not let it get reset. Yeah, there we go. So Bosskur managing to stall out that one. Art's getting caught up, but again, Uranus not really bothered by the damage from Team Bosskur.
They could wait for Zorn to get Flame Shot because they do have Retribution and Flame Shot. So maybe, just maybe, they might be able to outdamage the fully stacked Lexia, who's got all the damage, all the items, and Flame Shot that scales along.
I mean, if you take that risk and you lose the Lord, that is totally on you. So
I don't know.
I wouldn't back. I mean, if you're a Geekfam and you barely just clawed your way back from a 20% HP crystal, you don't want to take that risk.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I like the numbers. I like the number. I like the number of the odds that's coming into this. Zorn just
I like the numbers if it's 1-0 on my side.
I'd say it's a good 50-50 to take. I feel like it's a 60-40 more than it is a 50-50.
Yeah, the fact that Bosskur had no retribution as well. So definitely is in favor of Geekfam.
But they have 2 Flame Shots, so it's like a little scary in that sense. Oh, Rumble
the
does
lucky
get
though, not in a good spot, has to flicker away. Sino now being forced to engage too easy for Jazz, trying to find an opening to protect his team. There comes the Death Sonata, and Dom is getting rushed down, gets killed out by Lace, and there goes the Gushin. So not Team Bosskur, they want to turn this around. Fix also being pushed back, are pretty tanky, has a lot of damage, being that very annoying frontline. Rush comes back, but meanwhile, Rumpo also being a distraction, trying to take down, I believe, Zaraki, but not able to do so. So Geekfam losing that cushion, meaning that Team Bosskur, they have taken control of the game.
Wow, that was a really chaotic fight. But I think the biggest issue was that Dominus decided to split from the pack to try and get somebody else. However, Jawhead is like, no, you're not making it this time, boy.
Yeah, luckily Zaraki survived. I believe Dominus wanted to go for Lexia again, but he just ended up being destroyed in that exchange. So right now it's going to be a 4 versus 5. Dominus will come back in 10 seconds. Team Bosskur taking quite a while to take out that Lord. Geekfam might still have a chance, but they do not have the retribution.
Yep, and now Rumble, he gets flicked over a little bit, doesn't really care, but he's still looking to get this engagement here. Oh, this is going to be close!
Arts managing to get up, but Rumble though, being caught out. Fizz comes in with the blazing duet, tries to go on to Zaraki, but Zaraki gets out without Fizz, managing to not die. But Lumina Blast onto 3, Daddy Jeff is in the house, baby, and now Zorn being chunked out. Lisa doing so much damage. On that's the Siren. Rumble also trying to get up, being pulled back, has immortality. Second life will bring him back, but he'll be sent to the grave instead. But guess what? Fizz, he's actually going to split push, and he gets that middle inhibitor turret. So Geekfam still making something out of that situation.
Worth. And at this point, I kind of feel like Dominus might have, could have sacrificed his life to get a good push for Claw, because all he had to do was just to stop their backs, and I think Feeks would have finished it off.
Geek managing to get out game with the Purify. So Jawhead not able to get on top of this squad. He was dancing with Death. He has been dancing with Death, I believe, for the past few fights, and he's lucky enough to get away with it. But for once, it is paying off for Geekfam. Alexa right now going on to Zorn, wanting to force the ultimate out. Art being caught out, has no immortality, I believe.
Look at how fat that shield is. It's like, what even? What is the point?
What is the point of even trying to kill Art?
most damage stats, I guess.
Yeah, probably that's the... He's the training dummy, you know. You go into training mode. He's the dummy
you just punch it.
You just punch it and see how much DPS you do. And he just does not die, you know. Like you give it a good 5 seconds, the dummy resets. Full health.
Oh boy.
That is Uranus in a nutshell.
Yeah, that is Uranus. We're not okay. Just to clarify, we're not smashing. We're not talking smack about Arts in any way, shape, or form. We just really don't like Uranus.
It's just the nature of that hero.
It's just so boring.
It's a fine line. He's a good player on a hero that is just
absolute garbage. I absolutely hate it. I'm gonna be real with you. I hate it so much. It's not fun to watch. It's really unfun to play. It is so brain dead. It kills me. Oh no! Oh, Dominus is trouble.
They caught him. Dominus taken out. But if you look at them at Geekfam, they are
stop their backs. Don't let them back.
Just, you know, able to make it back. So nice. Rumble Fix versus Rush and Sino. Rush using Eject wants to clear the way. He cannot die, so he flickers away. Rumble knocking Sino into that wall. Fix just doing 3 damage. They need more members. Circa too easy for Jazz. Rumble flick away as well. Goddess Bow blocking the damage from this cloud. So forcing a retreat. Sino now jumping onto Fix. Meanwhile, Mega Kill. They actually take down that Diggy. Sino onto Fix. Fix not able to make it away. No mana. Rush comes in, and yeah, he's gonna bring his head back home. And Geekfam, what seemed like a chance to redeem themselves, completely evaporated. And on the back of Daddy Dev, Team Bosskur should be able to close this out. Rumple a non-factor in this, and Bosskur blocks in game 1 against Geekfam.
Man, that is ridiculous. Wow, how long did